Hello, this is Photography Gamer, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm reviewing Gears of War Judgment for the Xbox Series S. Gears of War Judgment is a third-person shooter developed by People Can Fly and Epic Games. You play as Kilo's squad who are on trial for war crimes. The story progresses as each Kilo squad member tells their story via flashbacks. The game can be played solo or multiplayer online or via couch co-op. So what is the game like to play? Well, for people who've never played Gears of War, it's a cover-based combat game. Gears troops are heavy and lacking agility, so it's a boots on the ground, street by street type of experience. Saying that, Gears Judgment is less about flanking and tactics than it is about pure and utter carnage. The action felt faster, more intense, and with an arcade twist when compared to Gears 1, 2 and 3. One element to the levels that accentuates the arcade feel are the modifiers. Just before you enter the level, you have these red skull icons to approach. These give you two choices, with each one having a different effect on the level you're about to take on. For example, you might have a time limit to complete the stage, or you might only have sawn-off shotguns to use against snipers. It's a really nice system that adds replay value and lets you choose how challenging you want the next stage to be. The game features a bunch of new weapons. The breach shot is a powerful sniper rifle minus the scope with rapid fire. My personal favourite was the Mazka, a fantastic sniper rifle with a large magazine to deal with those crowd situations. You have the Bushka, which fires explosives, and the tripwire crossbow, which is ideal for horde-based sections. All the new weapons seem to come from the Union of Independent Republics, who were the rival to the COG in the Pendulum Wars. There's one new enemy that really stood out. It's the Angry Sniper, or whatever they call it. It's basically a sniper who, if you shoot it too many times, morphs into a red demon like berserker. So let's talk about the level design. I'd say generally the levels are a lot smaller and shorter than in the original trilogy. As I said, they feel more action based and have an arcade quality. The enemy count is ridiculous and you'll be mowing down wave upon wave of locusts. Levels feature the occasional horde section, which is pretty good fun, and each level awards you a star rating based on your performance. So yeah, most of the levels are pretty solid. Some are forgettable and bland, but then again, they're compensated by such things by the epic Onyx Point beach landing, for example, one of my favourite levels. In terms of story, it's not exactly riveting or engaging. Narrative progresses by way of flashbacks during the core case, where you're on trial. But it really just felt like a series of combat levels without any major story behind it. Regarding the squad, Damon Baird and Augustus Cole seemed a little bit subdued, maybe because they were the kind of leadership role characters. The other two members of the squad are actually the most engaging, with Garen Paddock adding some nice flavour to the group. Paddock was part of the UIR army and he helps paint a picture slightly different of the Pendulum Wars, as so far we've only really heard from the COG. The final member of the group is Cadet Sophia Hendrick, a strong female lead with a pretty substantial role. Judgment is the main campaign, but there is also Aftermath, which basically is a short expansion to Gears 3. Honestly, it really should have been a DLC for the Gears 3 game, as it would have made more sense that way, but it's still good fun nonetheless. Okay, so apart from the campaigns, you've got Survival Mode. Survival Mode replaces Horde Mode, which is a big surprise based on the success of Horde Mode in the previous games. Survival is pretty poor, to be honest, with 3 bases to defend from oncoming waves of locusts. Lose all your bases and it's game over. It's got a class system and ultimately it doesn't really have the quality or interest levels to keep you playing for long. Finally, there is Versus Mode, with lots of deathmatch variations and also the ability to add bots if you can't find players online. Graphically, there are some really gorgeous levels with fantastic environments. The character animation is good, as you'd expect, and I didn't experience any technical issues on the visual front. Music, sound effects are all, Gears quality, very, very good. Powerful music, punchy effects. Only downside being the tepid and mediocre voice acting and the writing behind it. Okay, what's good and what's bad? What's good? The level modifiers add replay value. Paddock and Hendrick are excellent new members to the squad. The new weapons and Angry Sniper are nice variety in terms of things to deal with. Visually it's very impressive and it's got some unforgettable levels and skirmishes. What's bad? The levels are quite short and feel more like an arcade experience. The story is instantly forgettable, as is the writing, and Survival Mode is a poor replacement for Horde Mode. So what's the verdict? Gears of War Judgment is a solid and entertaining combat experience. It may not have the overall depth and quality of the original trilogy, but it's a whole lot of fun nonetheless. Level modifiers add replay value, new weapons are cool, and the new squad members are well worth exploring in future games. Yes, when it was released, it was a little bit of a stopgap game, and the lack of a horde mode was a massive oversight. But if you love Gears, then Judgment is absolutely worth playing in solo or co-op. It's chaotic, action-packed, and full of good quality action we've become accustomed to in Gears games. Perhaps it should have been released as a large DLC for Gears 3, as opposed to a standalone game, but it's still good fun, and I definitely enjoyed it. So my score for Gears of War Judgment is 7.6 out of 10. Okay, that was the review. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. But for now, this is Photography Gamer signing off. Thanks for watching.